the player who runs and doesn't necessarily tell you anything. Some teams, they'll rock and roll the safeties in their man, or they'll just bump over and give you a better indicator. I think, understanding more what are the rules of the defense and how motions impact that.
So is there any one example you can give, one play that sticks out in your mind where you send a guy in motion, you read the defense, and you audibled out of it for a big play?
Yeah, so at Pittsburgh, we did a lot against Tennessee week 2 in 2022. We pretty much just put the T outside, the running back, and we brought him in, see what kind of defense they're in. If they're a man, I give an alert, throw a slant for a first down. If not, they're in zone, we'll run like a stick concept or a quick game concept. And again, that was just a lot of easy completions on the field.
Have you met with Tampa Bay this week?
I don't think yet, but we have meetings Friday as well.
What is your memories of Michael Jackson at USC? He's transferring to Georgia. What kind of receiver is he?
Oh, Mike Jackson's a great player. He was pretty young when I was there, but kind of knew he'd be a really talented player, a lot of flashes. Excited for him. I'm not as good at following the college game as I used to, but it's cool to see that he's getting that opportunity.
Any questions?
Going back to BYU that we're going to be talking to next year here at the podium?
Yeah, there's a lot of young guys, but so many talented guys. Guy stands out. Chase Roberts, he had the one-hander against Arkansas, but a great competitive receiver. Cody Epps, Keanu Hill. There's some guys up front, Connor Pay, who's, I think probably had a chance to come this year, want to stay and help the stock. So, and there's probably a ton of others that I'm forgetting about. Tyler Maddie's one of them too. A lot of great players. I'm excited for what they'll have year 2. Coming back, year under their belt. They're going to do a lot of things to surprise some people this year.
What's Kingsley like on the field?
Kingsley's great. He's team captain this year. Works really hard, really talented. And I think people are going to be surprised by how big and physical he is, but also how fast and well he moves around.
Have you been around a sophomore captain in your career?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. He might be the first one. Yeah.
What set him apart to allow him to be that?
Yeah, I think just guys recognize how talented he is, and especially the coaching staff, and he's a special player, and I think he stands out. From the moment you look at him, you're like, man, this guy's a tackle. He could be a forward in basketball just by how he carries his weight and how he moves around.
Have you had any experience with helmet communication, which I guess is coming to the college games?
Yeah, in the Shrine Bowl we did it. It took a little bit to get used to, but it's pretty nice to have it. And the biggest thing, like we talked, is all the stuff about the signal stealing and all that. But I've been dealt with it firsthand. Everyone talks about just one school doing it. Every school's doing it to some extent, and I think that'll help clean up the game a little bit. And obviously, you see it at the next level.
What was the adjustment this year?
Honestly, I just had to get used to the body language of looking out to the sideline and looking, just sitting in the huddle. And it's kind of nice to be able to kind of get some last seconds reminders from the coaches, and also you get more time with the line of scrimmage.
Any questions this week you weren't expecting?
Not yet. I think it's been pretty easy for the most part, or not easy, but I'd say it's been pretty football related. I haven't gotten any left field crazy questions yet.
Your meal plan, your meal prep changed from the recent stops, or were you eating pretty much the same thing in the season?
We did do a meal plan. The agent did a great job, and the guys out in California had a great meal plan. But again, I was pretty good throughout the season. I like to think. So I just had I got to put on probably 5-10 pounds throughout the off season.
You got a cheat day specific thing you go for?
So I'm training out in California with all those guys. Sam Hartman and I, we go to this place called Stacks in Southern California. It's like a pancake place. That's like our breakfast spot on Wednesdays, our off day. So that's probably our biggest cheat meal.
What do you order? What's the order?
So we get a breakfast melt sandwich with bacon. Those have side potatoes, and then we get a stack of pancakes. Sam switches up, I guess he gets blueberry pancakes or plain ones. I get the chocolate chip. I'm a little bit worse than him.
Who would you draft first overall, excluding yourself?
I guess everyone's kind of saying Caleb, right? So, I'm not sure. I'm not a decision maker, but I think that's kind of the consensus decision that most people are making. Yep, thank you guys.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What do you think about the new